Hey everyone, Sly47 here. Today I have a bit of a successor video to Commanders 201 right over here. I would definitely go and check that one out if you haven't yet, because I had a fellow fleet mate, Madcat, come up to me and say, hey, I just watched your video. Would you mind going through all of my commanders and talking about why you would pick certain things and apply those particular thoughts from Commanders 201 to my commanders, per se, maybe if I don't plan on using a commander for a particular ship line. Maybe it's a off meta ship line for that one because you're not maybe going up it or something like that. So I, of course, did this. Thank you, Mr. Mime, for joining me and giving your opinion as well. He's a bit more of a adrenaline rush user compared to myself. I'd rather use Extinguisher and such. But yeah, we went through all of it right there. Sorry about the head position because the drawing software was over here on my second monitor, but all the action was happening on my main one. So I'll make sure there's timestamps down below for whatever ship line or whatever commander you are looking for to kind of get information on what you should pick for commander usage. But I hope you all enjoy this video and the information provided within it. Peace. But, alright, so with D. Miller, you already shows the two best skills on him right there. Now, if, you know, of course, you definitely want to go this overall, unless you're going like the Worcester line, which you already have a bunch, so you might as well spam out sonars. So on Worcester line, go this, but Des Moines line, you're gonna go this, kind of like that, because in my opinion, D. Miller, you basically have to go a cruiser on him. The situations there are just main key and critical. You definitely want the right here, especially because you're going cruiser. It's going to be an effective damage dealing, everything like that. Once again, cruiser, you're choosing the right one. Now, if you go in Des Moines, this is going to be better than this.
What?
This is, once again, I just got to draw this as DM, this is Worcester, and such. So basically, you're making those concessions, but you did the right thing here, so you can get the heals back a little bit quicker. Now, over here, once again, this is going to be fire extinguisher and or AR. That's personal preference. That's not really, that's up to you. For me, AR on Des Moines probably, and then extinguisher on Worcester, because you're already shooting quite fast. You're not really going to see the massive DPM difference, but it's up to you.
Right.
It's really up to you on that one. That's where that goes. Next up, this is almost immediate demo expert, and then finally on this last few, master reloader on DM, compartment maintenance on Worcester. Now, actually, because of how IFHE works, unless you have IFHE plus, you always run APCS.
Right.
On either
like,
of them.
for example, the commander currently assigned to Worcester is Kinkaid. And I'm basically using his default skills to set straight through, which matches what you're saying for Worcester for the most part.
Yep, and then of course you do horizontal deck protection on both. So
yeah,
that D. Miller is a great pick, especially if you have Kinkaid already on like Des Moines. Then you can actually put D. Miller on the Worcester like I did, and all you have to do is get him to basically tier 6 to this tier, and pretty much he's done, because everything else is pretty much optional on the Worcester. Like everything, you're done. You're perfect on that. But let's actually quickly clear this. Where's the clear button? Right there. Perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Dewey. So first off, yep, you chose the right one on this one. You're all about the tank, and you're all about the spot right there. Perfect. Yep, that one's right. So this is where I would actually say Victorious Charge over DFAA, but that's personal preference, because in my opinion, the Vermont's AA isn't that great. This skill helps, but it doesn't help it that much.
Yeah.
But that's like a minor switch up there. I don't know, Hiromi, Mr. Mime, what are your thoughts? For Vermont, because of course Dewey's going on. Victorious Charge and DFAA plus. No? Nothing? Okay, it's just me talking to myself. Got it.
AA.
You're gonna pick AA.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it's one or the other. I'd personally go Victorious Charge, because I tend to kill a lot in the Vermont, because you tend to be that slapper, where you just, cool, you're at quarter health, I'm taking that, you know. So that keeps you out longer.
So which one? What did you change? I kind of.
I'd go for this right here.
And skip the
DFA.
Okay, so that's one of the cases where you would definitely, or more.
That's
more
for me. That's for me.
Special skill.
Yes.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the best A in the game, so.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, you chose the right one right here because, of course, with Dewey, you get this skill right here that buffs this one way better, and you don't have to worry about it. You pretty much don't use enough anyways, and that Generalist is a good skill, generally the better one, no pun intended. And then, of course, you take these two skills, Compartment Maintenance and Extinguisher Plus, because that's just straight up, that just makes him tanky. And of course, you will run Horizontal Deck Protection Plus, you don't run Citadel Plus on pretty much anything other than Yamato. And even then, that's a questionable mark. Yep, you took this one right, and you took this one right. That's
I've been using him on Puerto Rico. Works out quite well on Puerto Rico.
Oh, I can see that being great.
You get like 5 precision aims with that now.
Yeah.
With him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't quite get 2 full salvos in with each one, but they're so much quicker cooldown. It's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah. Now what I would say is that are you needing to spend gold in order to swap over to Victorious Charge? No, I would just wait until you get all the XP and you get free Commander XP and you can flip it that way. Like, that is a 1% bonus on top of it. So
yeah, and that's only one skill, so
yeah, it's not much. So all right, next one, Sims. Okay, I just want to make sure that I've got gearing, because this is the gearing line. Okay, yeah, okay, so yeah, perfect. I just want to make sure I don't have everything memorized, surprisingly.
Putting him.
Yep. So actually, because he's a DD, I'd actually go for this right here.
Okay.
So you go for emergency response. You went with the right one here on that one. Great. And then we go over to artillery maintenance expert. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. What you want to run this one, and preheating. The gearing, especially once you put the torpedo legendary equipment on it, it's all about getting that position and getting those torpedoes off right off the bat, so that they basically sneak up to someone and hit them in a particular spot in an area. So you want to make sure you're running preheating. Your guns are not the main focus. Now, if you aren't running the legendary equipment and going for reload, this isn't a bad pick. But I would definitely say run preheating. That's the general idea. 6 cents, yep, always take it. Daredevil Plus, yeah, I would say yes overall with Daredevil Plus with Sims, though if you don't have Sims or you don't have a legendary commander, take this. Get more heals, exploit weakness, yes. That one, yes, I can't remember the name of it. Mistweaver, absolutely. Now in the next ones, you grab Engine Accelerator because you're a slow bucket on the Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one's actually a toss-up. So you can either go for this one, Compartment Maintenance, or Honor Seeker. Personally, to me, with DDs, you can effectively use Honor Seeker, but it's pretty rare.
Well, yeah. They get hit hard pretty quickly, so they're down below their whatever that threshold is.
No, Honor Seeker is if you get medals, so you could get first strike.
Oh, medals.
Yep, you can do that. I wouldn't say so, but to me, compartment maintenance isn't really helping you either. It's neither really helping you.
I can't remember what any of the skills do after I look away.
So the skills right here, this is what this have. So just an FYI. Keep on drawing. No, axe there. But right here, you are going to be running APCS again on this. The IFHE, unless you had IFHE Plus, that might be able to help gearing, but APCS all the way. That way you can release semi-pen cruisers or full pen cruisers. That'll be very nice. And of course, you're running Giant Hunter because you're mostly torpedoes. So, yep. So that's Sims for you. William Sensu's a great commander, especially if you've got the gearing go up that line. That's great. Kinkaid. Oh, I love Kinkaid. Alright, let's talk about this. Yep, we take number 1 right here. Definitely take this is the key skill right there. I would argue actually artillery maintenance over which one is that plus again? I can't even remember what the name it is.
I've got one
Worcester. If you're using Worcester, then higher left plus is okay, but Des Moines,
yeah. So I
Well,
put Kinkaid on Des Moines because Des Moines with that extra radar just surprises the crap out of most people because now you have 2. Worcester doesn't need another one.
Yeah, I put a regular commander on Des Moines that was spec'd out specifically for it. So look at that one. I just sent it to you later.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
It just with a regular commander. So
yeah, so if we're gonna do that again, we'll just do this DM Worcester line right there. Yep, buff the AA. The AA on both these ships are amazing. There's no contestation there. You could run Victorious Charge if you don't want to, but seriously, just run AA. Right here, this one, once again, you're going to have a Worcester versus a DM. I can't really type well or draw well on this. It's very small. Right here, if you run Worcester, I would run this. If you're running Des Moines, I like that. Maybe I can actually denote via colors. Maybe that might be a little bit easier in the future. But Worcester, yep, you're going to run that. You're going to run Extinguisher and make yourself super tanky. Though you could argue Adrenaline Rush on Des Moines, but both are pretty. That's a pretty moot point, I think. Demo Expert, Des Moines, you're going to be running this. Worcester, you'll be running this. Let's quickly do that. Now, IFHE Plus. This is only if it's on the Worcester.
Yep.
Yep. And like that, I'm going to be running and using ABCS on DM, and then of course you run horizontal deck protection with Kinkaid. That's it. Hopefully this is helping explain everyone how exactly we'd set this all up. But Kinkaid's insane on DM. Stupidly insane on Worcester, but Worcester's already strong. Literally, D Miller is all you need on Worcester. That's all there's nothing else you need on that. So, and a lot of people have it. Let's go on to the next one. Halsey. Yes, I love this commander. Halsey's a blast. Halsey's a blast here. Yep, definitely. You want that. Okay, so if you're trying to build a combo commander like I am with Halsey, something you can use on your your Somers, and then you want to be able to use it on, like, I have it on my Cleveland. Like that.
Well, a 23.9 knot Black Colorado is really quite amusing.
It's like the speed build George all over. Yep, you're gonna run this. You could potentially run that too if you're not running this specifically as a DD commander. You could definitely run that, but yeah, you are going to be running this because it's just an OP skill. If you don't have the Somers, basically you definitely run this. So
you'd actually run him on a like, what ship? You'd be running him on a DD then? Because I was running him on Des Moines for a long time.
Des Moines. Yeah, Des Moines great. So Halsey works on almost everything pretty well. It needs to be tanky and it needs to do a lot of damage. Des Moines is definitely one of them. That's a strong pick. But the problem is that unless Halsey's at tier 12, he's not going to help out.
Yeah, well, I took...
Where, like, Somers, he's instantaneously at tier 5. You get a tier 5 commander almost instantaneously. You're done.
Well, as soon as the two cruiser lines split, I put Halsey on the heavier line and Des Moines, and I just worked them all the way through to the top on those. So it worked out pretty well.
Let's see. So depending on what you run it on, if you're running cruisers, you're running definitely exploit weakness, especially with the Worcester, because that damage will add up. I don't really think it makes sense. I'd just run this over sonar, because commonly you're not using sonar in that situation. Oh crap! Actually, wait, no. This is now getting confusing. This is getting confusing. Let me quickly redo this. You gotta yeah, we'll do a check mark if you're another way. Yeah, we're making it up as we go. Might be an option, and then I'd run exploit weakness if you're running on a cruiser. Else run this, yeah, and don't run the sonar sonar one. Yep, you're gonna run this on him. You generally want to be somewhat tanky and get that heals up so that when you are low health, you can stay in low health, or at least stay around that area. Yep, AR plus is exactly what he's built out to be. Demo expert. Now you could run this for the Somers, but I think even demo expert's even better than that.
Yeah, but on
Yeah.
Summer, I was thinking, oh, what the hell is what is it? Whatever his name was, Summers or the DG guy.
Sims.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. The main thing is you get the ability to have another torpedo reload via Halsey. That's the reason why you run it on Sims or Somers. But generally, if you're running DM, you're running the Master Reloader, else you're running this. So for the DM specifically, right there. I know my drawing's great. APCS all the way. There's nothing you can do that. And then Angry Bull, because dear lord, this thing is just nasty when you get low health on pretty much anything. It's great. So, any other thoughts on Halsey? Anyone? No.
So he can pretty much work anywhere.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, basically, because of his capabilities, you can even use him on the gearing. He's just so ubiquitous, but the problem is he's so ubiquitous that he doesn't, like... I put him on my Cleveland. Like, that's the thing is, I don't, like, I'd rather have a regular commander on, like, the Vermont or something like that, because...
Yeah, they usually...
that way.
It seems like in games associated with carriers, or with not carriers, cruisers and battleships and so forth, but the guy spent less than 1 year as the XO on one battleship in his entire career.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that he used like the New Jersey as his flagship, but that's just an executive office.
Yeah. I don't know, but yep, that's Halsey. Oh, Yamamoto. Yep. So first off, yep, you want to pick that. You're most likely going to be running them on Yamamoto. The Yamato, I should say. Sorry. You are going to be running this. You are going to be running Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is always, you always pick it. As much as it's got precise aim, you want to be running heals because it's all about tankiness. You're going to want to buff your tankiness with this. You're going to want to buff your precise aims with this. And then you increase your tankiness on both of these because it's just, yeah, it makes more sense. Demo Expert Plus, absolutely. APCS Plus, dear lord. Now... Citadel Plus for the memes, and horizontal deck protection for the practicality of it. Like, you want to run horizontal deck protection almost all the time, in my opinion. Yeah. It's just what
I would run Citadel Strike.
You can. It's a viable strat, but because Citadels aren't predictable, there's a problem there.
I mean, aim better.
No, because they're RNG, you're not getting them. It's like putting on the Shukashima, it's more for the meme. It's not actually going to help you on an everyday basis get more damage.
It's about aiming at the weak spots.
It is, but for general, I'd want to say that if you are a better player, maybe you can take Citadel Strike, but if you're a regular player, you know, that's not the best at aiming, per se. Horizontal deck protection is going to keep you a lot healthier. So, I find Citadel Strike Plus a meme, except if it's like something that you consistently get Citadels in. And it has to be consistent. Yamato can kind of do that. Republic, Champagne, Hood, Vanguard, Thunderer, like, those things can use it, but still it's a stretch. It's a stretch. So, at least in my opinion. Crimson Shogun. What ship do you think you might be putting this on?
I have no idea. I just got him this. That's
Victorious Charge Plus, which is applicable to a lot of Japanese ships. So if we just kind of look over generally all of Japanese ships, they're all about kills. Now he does have Honor Seeker Plus down here. So if we're thinking about in that state, I'd almost want to say Shimakaze, Zhao, maybe Yamato lines of ships, just because those tend to be that way. Haragumos tend to be a death by 1,000 cuts.
Arguably, I'll put on Zhao.
Yeah, Zhao. Yeah, I could see Zhao or Shimakaze more. Those, one of those two. It's more of a DD effect of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course,
So if you were building, So if you were building him for Zhao, then.
Yeah. So if we were building him for Zhao, pretty much you're going to grab this. You're going to be grabbing this, of course, as well. Let's see. We've got Zhao, so artillery maintenance expert. You do health because actually your precise aims aren't really needed at all, and if they are, it's mostly because of DDs at long range, and your precise aim's probably up because you've got it, you know. Exploit weakness. Once again, you're gonna take health over that.
Arguably, I would take marksman because 9 seconds isn't that much. That
is true, but Zhao is
reduction.
already so low health, like so easy to kill. I'd rather
The
get my
thing is,
heals
if you
back.
don't pick marksman, you may not be able to get the third salvo with the precise effect.
Okay, so
I'm gonna take marksman.
Okay, so there's an option there. There's an idea there potentially. For this one, I'd actually run AR.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's because of you are typically very low health in IJN cruisers.
No point trying to reduce the damage you take.
Yep. I would definitely take Demo Expert. That's basically great. So this is actually going to be a little bit contestable. APCS and IFHE basically are actually akin akin to each other on the Zhao, because the AP, if you increase the AP on IJN cruisers, then you don't get that awesome IJN slap of AP, because now things start overpenning. So actually, I would take IFHE, so now you can use your HE more often. This is why what was it? Hirohito has, I probably just slaughtered that. Sorry if I did. That's why he has IFHE plus on that, because your AP is actually incredibly well balanced in terms of pen. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it because you commonly full pen DDs at all ranges with it, and then let alone you can still Citadel battleships. So I would run IFHE.
Okay, fair.
And then I would actually argue Giant Hunter, maybe Horizontal Deck Protection. Whichever one you see you use more. I use them more as torpedo boats mixed with good guns. A lot of people will do the vice versa, and then you would want to swap it around. So, because the Zhao has an insane fire chance. So that's how I would do the Crimson Shogun for the IJN cruisers.
Yeah, so it really depends on whether you play it as a torpedo cruiser or a gunboat.
Yeah, and realistically, for torpedo boat, you just take this instead, and
yeah, I get you.
This instead. For if you go Shimakaze route, I think that's basically the only changes, right, Mr. Mime?
I think so.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. So, Crimson Shogun down. Let's go next one. Morrigan, actually, a recent one being added in. So this is the.
I got it purely because of the anime. Just wanted it.
Hey, if you have it. But the main thing you actually got was IFHE plus. So basically, because you have IFHE plus, you now can run Conqueror HE pretty much only. You don't have to worry about your AP at all. Though I would still argue there's points to use AP, but IFHE just makes it incredibly strong. Your Thunderer becomes God tier. That just becomes just insane. So Goliath becomes a little bit stronger because of this, kind of like that. But the problem is you lose out on this in the Goliath. So
no more super heal.
Yeah. That's kind of the problem with the superhero not being there. So, do you have a particular ship you plan on actually putting in?
No, I've got quite a few for the British line, so I hadn't really planned on anything yet. I heard you mention something about in the stream earlier about Thunder and this. So
let's build it for Thunder. Eh?
Yeah. Do that.
So Thunderer is an amazing battleship. IFHE plus makes it strong. If you have a regular commander, APCS helps a ton more. But if we go through, we'll just quickly go through and add in that one. Now you actually do have sonar in the Thunderer, but it's more of in my opinion, a screening for your fleet. It's a defensive. It's only defensive because if you go too close, your Thunderer is nimble, but not that nimble.
It's not made for brawling. So
yeah, so you want to have more spotting with it, and then using your sonar as a, hey, I'm gonna let my fleet know people behind me, people around me, torps are coming in sooner. That's team play. That usage of that is team play. Next up, we will be running Thunderer for accuracy. You'll be running this, even though you have AA. It's not really that good. Next up, because it's Thunderer, actually you have 4 heals, so you better run that heal. And same thing for this.
How many charges of precisely does Thunderer have?
Let me grab that. Battleship, HMS, Thunderer. 2. So it only has 2, but you do, this one, because of the reload, actually it's at 16.98 seconds. You do not need to run Marksman. Like that. So you're going to get 4 salvos off, and it's already pretty accurate already. You don't really need to...
I'm just thinking she could take another charge instead of the super heal.
No, because you have 4 heals. So you could run premium heal, and you can, I think, at one point I have tanked over 120k worth of health in a game. In the Thunder. Thunder is all about just tankiness. So, of course, if you have IFHE, you're running Exploit Weakness because, hey, why not? You know, you're already doing 2,000 damage something per hit. Why not more?
Okay.
I like that. This is, let's see. Next one would be, I would argue, Extinguisher, because you're really trying to be more tanky, but Adrenaline Thrust is a good idea too. Yeah, that's personal preference. I generally stay away from Adrenaline Rush. You're going to be running Demo Experts, pretty much key and critical. Since you're only thinking of this as a Thunderer ship, I would run Compartment Maintenance, but if you're running this as a Conqueror and Thunderer Commander, you run Master Reloader. If I can, yeah. There we go. Almost started that, whatever that is. You get it.
Yeah.
And then finally, now this one's kind of fun because of IFHE Plus. I'm actually going to agree with Mr. Mime here. You can run this. I would say this. I would say this.
Horizontal Protection Expert.
Okay, so yeah, vice versa that thing. You know, flip those around. Yeah, Horizontal Deck Protection Expert mostly, but yeah. It is. Yeah, sorry. We'll just quickly mess this around here. You get it. Flip it around. This one, take this one. This one. Just gonna.
Hunter.
Yep. There we go. That one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just put a chi under the deck protection.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Take this. But Citadel Strike with IFHE, you get some hilarious.
Yeah.
It is so stupid. I love it. And I can't wait for mine. I'm working on the Nelson myself.
As long as you don't get whacked too quickly, you can make.
Yep. Alright. So that's Thunderer. Jellicoe. Okay, Jellicoe, if you have Goliath, or if you have Jellicoe, go down Goliath. It makes it an absolute fun ship because you now have the tankiness for it. I'm just going to quickly remind myself what Goliath has, just make sure I've got everything in there. Yeah.
Just looking at my EU account.
Yeah, no, right. I'm working on my NA. Alright, so first off, yep, you are going to take decrease on torpedoes because that's going to be a main critical. Now, Jellicoe has this ability. No. You go with this ability. It does have pretty good AA and sonar. If you do want to spec towards that, you definitely can spec towards and go this. Because you are going to get buffed on 2 sides. The sonar, once again, is more team play. It's not actually DD hunting. Because, once again, you're kind of a brick, unfortunately. But you actually have pretty good AA. So if you want to buff the AA and want to piss off carriers, be my guest. I absolutely fully approve of that one. Artillery Maintenance Expert, Victorious Charge. You can run DFA. Once again, it has decent AA. I think it actually has pretty good long range AA too, which is really nice. But this is why Jellicoe is big. This is why these two. That's key and critical, and then this is excessive, and this is even better. You grab IFHE. I'm just going to skip right over because Demo Expert basically is a given now at this point with all these ships. Yep. So with this, I'd actually argue because of the Goliath's kind of slapping capability, you could run Honor Seeker, but I'd actually say default to this. Maybe this. That's opinionated. Like
I pick Honor Seeker.
Yeah, that's gonna be up to your play style, and then finally you go on horizontal deck protection. That's just yep. But seriously, Goliath, Jellicoe, amazing combo.
Good.
Making it work.
No, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully this is helping everyone. Let's see.
I think it will. I mean, if we need to go through it, it's again at some point. So it's if the quality's better or whatever, then we'll do it later.
No, I think it's actually working pretty good. So looking at actually, I'm just going to quickly do this because actually I think you nailed it perfectly right here. I don't think there's anything else I don't think there's anything you need to change though. This is on the Queen Elizabeth. I'm betting.
That's
why.
Yeah,
well, that's where I was in the tech line when I got him, and I didn't have any premium ships beyond that, so I just stuck him there.
Yeah, so this is
It's one of the first
technically
premium commanders I got.
This is correct if you're going to go down the battleship line with Beatty. Beatty can work Citadel Strike Plus. I would generally actually choose this, and then if you're going down the minnow line, you don't need marksman. You can take this. So that's basically I think the only changes there.
Yeah, I think that's the line I was going to go down with him. Was minnow.
Minor, you might as well grab the Hydra.
Yeah. No, basically this makes it a default Hydra. It's basically a Hydra on at all times. I think it's like 10% less than the range when you buff it with the Mino. So that's the only change ups. The overall pretty good setup right here. I wouldn't say anything against that. Yeah, I'd say the health is more important than that. Let's see, we got Nelson. I'm actually working him here. Yep, you're gonna take this. Victorious charge.
Yeah, I was taking down the conqueror line.
I'd actually
Nelson though.
Nelson though, I would take this. I wouldn't take that. If you end up playing the Vanguard a bunch, technically it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, run down Vanguard.
You can run this on Vanguard. We'll put a V there. If you do have Vanguards, great. Yep, this is one reason why you run Nelson. It's just broke. It's broke. It's even better. You're most likely firing HE, so absolutely AR plus, definitely demo expert. Yeah, IFHE. Yes. Master reloader because it's hilarious, and then you're gonna be running deck protection. So, yeah. Especially if you can run this. You can kind of run him on the Goliath line, but Jellicoe just does it better.
As you can see, he's on Monarch right now. So.
Yeah. Once you get Conqueror, it's gonna be nasty. Yeah, or Thunder.
Yeah,
Thunder
that
is
was
too nasty.
that's where I was planning to send him.
Yep.
Where's Cunningham?
I have no idea what I'm planning to do with him at this point, but probably one of the carrot.
Yeah, Cunningham is a DD or CV commander, so you can choose one or the other. He definitely is better on carrier, but I would say that you can run him on carrier.
Generally, you want to take like crippling blows and the Giant Hunter Plus. That'll be it.
Yeah. Which actually, I have Cunningham quickly, so
there's 6 cents on
grab it on here.
Yeah.
Other ships,
that
right here.
6 cents was more like for daring rather than mold.
Yeah,
well, no, because then you know it. Well, no, because you know if it is a DD that's hiding, and then you see that something is.
6 cents helps a way.
6 cents is OP. 6 cents is OP. But this is how you'd set up it. Basically, I think the only difference in CV play is you'd take Dauntless Die Plus, and then probably a Extinguisher instead of Mythweaver if you're running CVs.
Rush doesn't bust the plane service.
Yeah, it doesn't. So that's basically the only change ups. It's not much. But Cunningham, great commander as well. Lutjens.
Okay, Gunther Lutjens.
Yep, Gunther Lutjens. So yep, you want to take this. 8 less damage. If I'm remembering, this is the CV commander. Yep. So this is the CV commander. I would run this. More detection. You're not really running anything else on those.
You can run on an MV arc.
Wait, really? I don't know everything, so I'm trying to remember everything offhand.
It does bomb damage as well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just. Oh yeah, it does actually. Well, in my opinion, the AA is not really going to help, and sonar definitely is not really important.
Might as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a if you want to buff that you can, else whatever. I would definitely buff DFAA right there because while this is nice, you're not really killing things, and if you are, you're most likely gonna die pretty quick too. It can help if you're doing that in the middle of it. That's up to you. That's a choice.
Or when you kill people, like in an AOK carrier, sometimes you're just always at full health anyway. So when you kill someone, you don't even get extra health.
Let's quickly fix this one. I'd say this one. Yep. Let me just quickly. You don't start fires, so actually you'd probably want to run generalist, but you could run this as well. Sorry, right there. The fighters one. You want this one. No, you want this one. Sorry, my bad. I can't draw right now. But you could run this if you want to. It's kind of iffy or. Let's see. AR plus definitely. You're wanting to run that because guess what? You're most likely gonna die pretty quick, and then your secondaries become nuts. In there, close quarter combat expert, definitely AR bombs or heavy bombs. I think it is. You actually run Citadel Strike with this one plus because you actually get a ton of Citadels with the MVR, and then you run Dauntless Dive to buff your bombers even more.
And the second skill is just like would be an optional choice as well.
That'd be optional.
If you want to take extra charge to go, just
go. If you want 3 charges of DFA.
Most of the time,
I mean, it's beneficial for NVR, but for others, not really.
Yeah.
Yep. You're generally going to be running this on Manfred. You technically, because it is heavy HE or AP bombs, you actually get increased AP damage on shells too. So you technically could run this on Grosser first and get a little bit extra, but I think there's better commanders for that. And even compartment maintenance might even be better than that because you just want to be super tanky in those classes. Alright, let's see. Adelheid, Evening Breeze, what do we got? Yeah, okay, so this is basically, this would be Sleefen and or GK, pretty much.
So, BBs will do.
Yep, so once again, less damage, you can take more protection. I'd actually argue you want to probably run... that's optional. I'd say sonar is more important to German BBs, just because especially when you get close enough.
That sonar is more like defensive rather.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather have them more up. But that's once again optional.
But with the ships like GK, they already have 3 charges, so I don't really see the point of having them.
Oh, that is true. That actually is true. But you're right. They do have a lot of charges, right?
Sure. Bismarck only has 2, but GK has 3.
How much does Sleefen has 3 too? Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, actually, you're right. So if you are going full high tier, because a lot of players do stop at 8-ish, I think that's a great place to stop too.
Stop at 8 just to get for charge.
Yep. So this is for lower. This is for 8 and lower. 8 and I can't draw. I'm literally working on like the side screen of this. Sorry if I'm not looking at the main screen here, but for the video, everyone's gonna be like, "What?" Yeah, you want to do Victoria's Charge. You want to do more health in general. These ships tend to be tankier, or they need the health, like the Sleefen line. You want to work on that. I would say generalist, but sonar, not a bad idea. Yeah, it's optional.
Yeah.
Optional. For this one's up to you whether or not if you're on the GK.
Schlieffen take the.
Yeah, Schlieffen, you take this. Yep.
GK take the monster.
Yep, and this one is just memes. You have to take AR plus. That's just damn near required. It's just you have to. It's just fun.
Yeah,
and then
I
both
actually
of them.
tried that skill out on pretty much any of my commanders very much. So I really don't know how good it can be. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yep. Let's see, and then we pretty much compartment maintenance. I'd go for that just because you want to be tankier. You're going to be taking flood damage here and there, so you want to do that. APCS and horizontal deck protection for either one. So,
but the GK might as well take Citadel Strike because it's 300% right now. The guns.
Okay, fine, optional. That's up to you. I would generally say
only GK.
Yeah. So TK, you can. So.
Yeah, if you get the G.
But for ships like this, my FDG just take the deck protection.
Yeah, it's generally that you're gonna be taking deck protection. So
yeah.
Alright, let's see. How late am I gonna be to? Yeah, I'm gonna be late. But whatever. Okay. This is fun. Franz Von Hipper. This is great. You actually don't need to take the skill. I would rather you should rather take this or this.
If you want, you can. If you run the armor repair mod, no one's proven that is ridiculous with that skill.
It
The
can
armor
help.
It's repairing like within 20 seconds
Which mod?
without damage control.
Yeah, if you take the
Is that-
auxiliary repairman expert,
That's just
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
good
But
armory.
generally, it works.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you go that, you can go full on. I still don't think that's worth losing propulsion and or even steering
Just
gear that, but
Yeah, no, I'm just putting it out there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good stuff.
Yep. Let's see. Yep,
Mhm.
you want to run that.
Dispersion,
Sixth
Sense,
sense,
of course.
healing, definitely. Sonar, yes, sonar, but optional. You can definitely take generalist. Since you are running this on the GK line, this is, I'd say, better, but I don't know if it's much better than this. So that's up to you.
Yeah.
Take Marksman. Better cool
Yep.
down.
Right here, adrenaline rush, close quarter expert, compartment maintenance, APCS, which is very critical, I have to say, on German battleships. Above tier
Oh, yeah.
8, you
They really
notice
need
a
pens.
massive difference between them. Yeah, once you get APCS, becomes nuts. So I would definitely do that. Once again, optional, but
Again,
yeah,
only-
that
only
I'll
GK,
yeah,
only
even-
GK.
yeah, only GK on this one again, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see what do we got here. Dr. Tisla. If I'm remembering right, AR
That's the
plus
captain.
a better heal. I want to say a cruiser, or
AR
because
plus a better heal.
you could run it on Kremlin. Kremlin line would be tankier. Yeah, let's go Kremlin line on this one. Let's go. You're gonna want to bring something heavier, so even Pietro, Kremlin, just because AR plus doesn't really benefit Nevsky that much, nor the Delny line or the Grozavoy line. The health would help. The health help.
Maybe
help everything.
Rosevoid, but you won't take AI anyway.
Yeah, you won't take AR. So this is definitely more Kremlin, Pietro area if we're gonna do that. So Kremlin,
kind of-
Pietro, this,
More like a
this, yep. So this one's actually a tough one because Terry kind of thought about putting a.
How long does Kremlin's reload? Hold on.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think the
it's-
reload was well beyond what the reduction in time.
It's 23 seconds. So you technically can run Marksman.
You save
Yeah.
2 seconds to 20%.
But you
seconds is
already
nothing.
get 4 precise aims. Do you really need a 5th?
Yeah,
So
no, you don't.
in my opinion, yeah,
Four's
in my
enough.
opinion, you run the heal and then you can
Yeah.
run marksman. But that's also, if you run reload, it's now 22 seconds, and that gives you a little bit of breathing
I
room
mean,
because
I
at
didn't
23
run
seconds,
reload.
you better
I
be.
didn't run reload. It's already 23.
Yeah, I know, but Mr. Mime, what I'm saying is that if you are not Johnny on the spot on clicking that fire right after you activate precise aim, you're not going to get 2 shots off. And like that with reload, it kind of helps it because, of course, Terry did a whole video on this. That the reload, you could actually run it, and it gives you at least, I think it's like 3 to 4 seconds ish of time in order to actually aim in between your shots. But you can do it without the reload and run dispersion elsewise.
I
So
would say, like, for beginners, okay, you can run reload, but the BB means like
yeah,
I would take Marksman and just run dispersion.
I would take marksman, but at the same time, this is optional too. If you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna get 1 salvo off, and then I can be very precise with it. That's what I prefer because I don't actually think the Kremlin needs much of a dispersion buff in general. It's actually already accurate. Demo expert again. We're gonna be running compartment maintenance, APCS because dear lord, yes. And then these things need horizontal deck protection. Either one. Either way we go, Pietro or
Sorry, but I'm
Kremlin.
gonna run Citadel Strike again. Because
No.
BBs.
I will say that Pietro Citadel Strike is definitely optional on Pietro.
What about your tier 6 kill?
I'm talking about Kremlin.
Oh, sorry. Did I
Even
completely skip
Kremlin,
over
I'm
this?
gonna
I
run it.
did. Yeah, that's gonna be this.
Yeah, general.
Yeah, generalist.
Journalist,
Yep.
of course.
Yep.
Of course.
So, any questions on Dr. Tisla?
No,
I think we're only like halfway through. Let's keep on ripping tearing.
Yeah, it's only like 20.
Which one's next?
Only 20 seconds. Gorshkov. Oh, Gorshkov. Yes, run this. This is basically it. That's all. That's all you need to run. No more skills. This is Nevsky. This is Nevsky. This is
the Nevsky.
Yep. This is you build
that's
it
where I
for.
was headed.
Yep, you're choosing this all right. You don't need marksman because actually I don't think you can actually get another round off actually at all with
you
marksman.
might as well get the better cooldown.
Yeah,
Just
it's and then even AR plus. No, I'm sorry. I'd rather be tankier. You're dealing with Smolensk. Yeah, I get it, but I'd rather deal better with Smolensk. At tier
So
two.
Mark,
You can outrange your Smolensk now. You get 15 kilometers range.
That's if you can do it. So if you feel it, okay. If you feel it, how about that? We're gonna run demo expert. This one I'm gonna go compartments. I'm gonna make it take your honor seeker.
I would say honor seeker because cruisers.
Yes, it can kind of work, and the rate of fire.
Confederate.
Yes, it is. It is very easy Confederate. So you could run that.
I've always played this a little bit more conservatively, so I was always looking for more protection.
Yeah,
but
I would generally run that, but that's up to personal preference. ATCS.
Yeah.
No. Unless this is a Smolensk commander only, or something like that, or an Ochakov.
If it's Smolensk, run IFHE.
Yeah, run IFHE.
The next one is for.
Yep. For small Ochakov, stuff like that, and then finally for this, yeah, you're gonna be running horizontal protection. It's just yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing there. So, all right, next up. Nikolai Kuznetsov. So I actually have him on my Kremlin. He's actually a really good Kremlin commander, but surprisingly, he's also a really good Grozavoy commander because you take less damage, and that really helps DDs. Like you can make it. You can even run him on Delny. Like you can run him on Delny. So, yep. But I generally Kremlin would help a lot more. So let's just do Kremlin. And if we're doing that with Kremlin, we'd actually want to run this. Definitely that. Definitely Sixth Sense. You don't need another one for Kremlin. You get your heals back more. Now, if you are running DD, definitely Mistweaver, especially with Grozavoy, or even Utiloy if you just keep it on Utiloy, because Utiloy is fan-frickin-tastic. You're going to want to... Yeah, that's basically this for Russians. That this is for DDs, and then this is for Kremlin because of just how long the reload is. It definitely gives it a buff. You could run Extinguisher.
Just get them.
Yeah.
I'd actually been thinking about him for one of the
Extinguisher is doubtful, but okay.
It's just because of how many. No, God no, not okay. Not for Kremlin, but for DDs, yes, for Grozavoy, it's a pretty solid DD. I'll definitely agree with that. You're gonna grab this. Even on a DD, Giant Hunter doesn't really help because your torpedo spread isn't that much. And then of course Kremlin, you take it, and then APCS because now your Grozavoy and your Delny can now Citadel battleships.
So
why?
You really
because you love it.
You really wouldn't use him on one of the cruiser lines then.
No, I wouldn't, just because he doesn't really match up with them incredibly well. You could use him on the Nevsky. Pietro won't really see the buffs from him. Pietro really needs Makarov, yeah. He really needs Makarov. So
basically, Makarov can fit on any cruiser, any battleship.
Yeah, Makarov is just OP. I like that. Zhen-bing. If I'm remembering right, this is for the cruiser. Yeah, this is for the cruisers. Yep. So
the Dolphin.
Yeah, the Dolphin. I like that. So we're gonna take this. Gonna take this. You are gonna beat this. So you could take the guns, but preheating. I think these cruisers are gonna need to get into position. So preheating might be a pick. The guns are good. The AA should be pretty good.
Guns.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm talking about it's gonna have
a couple months ago, us being against each other, and I was in this, and you were saying how weak it was, and I'm just turning inside of you, and I was able to keep shooting you with the guns.
Get better this version, please.
You're not going to have really anything to worry about there. You're going to want to exploit weakness, because these are all about these are basically cruiser versions of the Holland line, basically. So you're going to be doing a bunch of fires, floods, everything like that. This is the only skill in there to take it. You're going to want to take Mistweaver Plus. You're going to want to take... Is that Night Raid? Or is that Torpedo Reload or something like that? I can't remember.
Torpedo reload expert.
Yep.
Extra charge torpedo reload.
I
Take it.
believe they're supposed to have engine accelerator.
They do, I think. I think the Delnia does.
I think they are gonna have that, but if not, default back to demo expert. So I don't know if IFHE is gonna actually be the best pick for it.
Basically,
but
is
I
small
think so.
guns.
Yeah, so I think definitely there, but else
Pick IFHE.
Yeah, IFHE and then
they
Giant Hunter.
played a lot
This
like
is
Smolensk a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Remember, these cruisers are gonna be torpedo focused ships.
Yeah.
Like 10 per side.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I'm not late at all. Let's go. Next one. Ding Buzeng. So this is actually the DDs. So this is DDs. So actually, yep, you would take emergency response plus. They don't. That doesn't buff it really at all. So I would say
Either
this.
or. Yeah.
I don't think that buffs it at all. So preheating, you definitely want that. Definitely want this. You definitely want this as much as I.
Of course.
One of them. Yeah, that's optional. This is an instant. These things flood the little crap out of everything. Once again, you're gonna want to take this because that's really the only option there. I think they have smoke. Yeah, they have smoke.
If this.
Yeah. Yep, they have smoke. You're gonna want to run that. Honor Seeker, just because realistically, compartment 8 isn't gonna save your life. Giant Hunter, and then APCS. So that'd be for Ding Buzeng. Ooh, Felipe, love it.
We have to talk about
love
this
it. Finally, I don't think we have to talk about this yet. No, actually we do. Actually two particularly. It should be this, and it should be this. Actually, wait, no, wrong one. Nope.
Wait.
Nope, this one, and this one. There we go.
I want you to pick the faster repair for the guns because.
No, I don't
only
think so.
if you run on Rip Hub.
No, I don't even. I don't think I had any of them.
Because just Rip Hub, but others no. Because Rip only has quad guns. If one turret breaks, you lost half of your firepower.
Nah.
And you
I hardly ever get my guns split on that one. I mostly die instead. But yeah, I would definitely, definitely don't take Daredevil. Take this. Felipe works on everything. Even maybe Kleber. Kleber for this.
Yeah,
but even then, I would still argue.
Extra charge.
I would still go the extra charge. I was like, you could argue that on Kleber,
it's more like
but
the only situation you want the extra charge rather than Daredevil.
Yeah. No. So I would.
For the 8th slot, maybe Adrenaline Rush because Rip Hub. But others, you can take a sticky shit, whatever.
Yeah, I'd actually go with this. I go optional. Up to you. Up to you. Okay, on to the next one. Robert Jaujard, the shitty commander. Got it.
Go for Marceau.
Yeah, this is basically Marceau, Kleber commander, but it's not even really good at that in general.
Just Marceau. I don't think Kleber works, but Kleber you might as well pick up on.
Yeah, it's if you have it, you're gonna be running Daredevil. This is for Kleber. You are gonna be running AR plus. You're gonna be running Swift as the Wind. As much as I hate this one, I don't like Swift. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna be running Master Reloader for the Kleber. And like that, if you have it, else I'd argue. This.
Let me check.
Yeah. Take this, take APCS because it's hilarious, and then take this. Oh, one more. Exploit weakness. Yeah. Yep. That's for Jaujard. Jaujard's just a bad commander. That really he needs to have. He really needs to have Master Reloader like extended. Like maybe make it like where you can get 3 salvos off the Republic really easily. I think that'd be perfect.
That's Auboyneau's job.
Well, we need another Auboyneau, okay? There's only one of them with Master Reloader. We're getting another one soon, but not yet. Let's see. Venzenzo Romano, AR plus and Engine Accelerator plus. So this is for DDs.
Both for Regalo?
Yeah, for the Regalo. That's about it. So IT. DDs, well, first off, you actually have to take IFHE because they don't have AP on them. You're gonna be taking this. You're gonna be taking AR plus. Sorry, I'm going back in reverse. I'm just going off the things off of that. You're gonna have that. Actually, you're gonna be taking preheating in order to get in position, get those long range torpedoes off immediately. You are gonna be running Victorious Charge. You are gonna be running heals. This one's a little bit of a toss-up for me. If you feel like you flood enough and you fire enough, or if you feel like you just need more heals, because especially at the higher tiers of CLs. So I'll just go on since no one responded. You want to heal faster. Here, this is I'd argue. I'm gonna agree with Mr. Mime here. Honor Seeker is gonna be better. Yep, and then Giant Hunter, you're generally going to be using your torpedoes for most of your damage.
Yep.
So, that's me. So, that's for the Italian DDs. You technically could use AR plus for maybe the battleships, but there's better commanders. Paolo! The even better! The better DD one. The better DD one. So, basically the exact same thing.
The same.
Yep, the exact same thing, except now you're going to have this one, you're going to have that, you're going to have that. You technically could run Master Reloader, but you're not really going to. You're going to treat these more like CLs.
I've seen a Revello chasing down a ship for half of the map.
Oh, wait, no. This one. Red. Don't take that one. Sorry.
But arguably, you want better dispersion.
I'd rather take preheating.
Maybe.
I'd rather take preheating.
There's only for the first 40 seconds, so...
Yep. But this one's... Paolo is the better DD commander. Period.
Yeah, of course.
He's the best.
Cool.
He's the best. Inigo Campioni, This one doesn't even make sense. This commander doesn't even make sense. Why is there Night Raid? What is Night Raid doing there? There's no Italian DD. Oh, I heard that.
There's nothing in the Italian thing that has a torpedo reload.
Technically, he works on anything because of SAT Plus. Like, that's really the main thing, is you can use him on any of the lines. Any ship. Yeah, any of the lines. Technically, you can kind of use this for the Italian DDs. But the torpedo reload, what's that for? What does it do? AR plus, but you could also go for Mistweaver, depending on what ship you go on. I'd go for demo or this if you're going for DD line. I'm going backwards again, aren't I? Yep, I am. We're going preheating. We're going check on that. AA, unless you're maybe Venezia, I'd go Victorious Charge, depending on your ship. Yeah, I'd actually argue heal, but Daredevil is if you want. Once again, you're probably going to be dealing with, if you're dealing DDs, you have HE, else you run Generalist, and then, yeah, you're going to run this. So there's nothing else, and then, of course, DDs right here, anything else right here.
Cool.
Perfect. Keep on going through all your commanders. Sansonetti, the best one. The best one, in my opinion. This is the king. This is like Felipe of the Italian lines. You're going to be running this. You're going to be running this. You're going to be running Sixth Sense. You're going to be running this because, in my opinion, Sansonetti works best on Venezia, but basically he works on everything. So, I could definitely see the argument for Colombo, because now Marksman actually helps you actually get 2 salvos off. Or wait, no, Marksman doesn't there because it doesn't exist anymore, does it? No, so actually, yeah, so Sansonetti is definitively the Venezia commander. Now that I think about that. Yep. So you will run Marksman because I think you can get 3 salvos off.
3 salvos.
Yeah, 3 salvos off. You're going to be running this because you can't cause anything. As much as the torpedoes cause a ridiculous amount of flooding. Yeah, no, you want to run Mistweaver. Now, it doesn't make your fuel smoke longer. It just makes it reload quicker. So you want to run that.
Yeah.
Demo Expert, Honor Seeker, just because you are Venezia. It's called a 2-tap on a Shima, first part in the game. It's beautiful. It's just amazing. You'll enjoy it. I love it. Especially if you have this.
SAB Plus.
Oh my god, it is like pre-nerf just Venezia, just a full-on, hey, Shima, two tap, 13 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever it is, 2 taps, slap, done. You're good. It's hilarious. I love it. You're going to be running this. You're not going to be running anything else. So Sansonetti is amazing. Sansonetti's amazing.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What are we at now? Swirski.
Oh, Swirski. Another very good one.
If you have Swirski, you are going up the Holland line. I don't care if you don't play DDs or you don't play cruisers. You go up this line.
I've already got the camo for it. I mean, I'm only on the...
I already finished running the Holland Nation, so why?
So if you're going up this line, you're going to be going up this. You have to grab
all the unique
this.
Skills.
Yep, you are going to all the unique skills because come on, screw it, screw carriers. So I would argue this, but Daredevil's an option.
No.
Daredevil's optional in my opinion.
Holland's more on the sluggish side. Pick Daredevil.
Yep. I would agree actually with artillery maintenance because your guns are the main thing. But if you feel like you want to get more in position, preheating is also very viable. They're exploit weakness because you're going to be causing fires and floods.
Yes.
You're gonna want to heal faster because of course you have 4 heals, so you want to make sure you pop that up better. So if you have the Friesland and you want to use Swirski on both the Friesland, the Bliskavika, Orkan, and on the main line, I would run Mistweaver. Else, I would run Adrenaline Rush.
I mean, I do have Friesland in my Asia account, but I just put a separate commander instead.
Yeah, there's definitely viable, but I would definitely say run that.
Just pick AO.
Yeah, Engine Accelerator. This is the main reason. You don't need. There's no question about this. Yep.
That's the most broken skill ever.
This is up to your interpretation. Both work. Both do almost negligibly nothing. You do not need it.
Really?
But arguably, IFHE actually works better because you can actually full pen battleship battles.
That is also true. So with IFHE, you get the ability to never actually have to use your AP. So with IFHE, you now almost never have to switch to AP overall. But with APCS, you now get to...
AP seems to be more powerful than AP is anyway, for the most part.
Yeah, that's the problem with that entire line, is those are so close that realistically, if I tend to use AP more, because I tend to use it actually on Bowser and superstructures of ships early, like basically, they're healing, so why fire HE? So I fire AP, and I get that little extra 100, 200 damage on there. If you can fire, you have good accuracy, you can use this. But generally, IFHE is going to be better. Yeah, that's Swirski. Swirski's
and these ships have ridiculous fire chance with very small guns.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Guy set up.
Do mine.
Do you need the Ryuter one? Sly?
No, we're not talking about the Dora. No, Dora sucks. The Ryuter sucks. Alright. Okay, so if we were gonna go, okay, so this is for Des Moines. I would argue, since I know you have D Miller, and I know you have Kinkaid, I'd rather have you put Kinkaid on DM and put D Miller on Worcester, and figure out another ship for this person.
Honestly, this setup is more for a Montana rather than a...
Yes, this looks Montana right now. This looks Montana for me.
Because this is what was getting me.
That's how I would build my Montana, but apart from Extinguisher, I'm gonna run AR.
I'd actually argue you'd probably want to run this a little bit. No, actually,
free charge is enough, I would say. But if you want an extra charge, by all means.
Yeah, I think that's really the only changes. Though, if you do want to run this on like Missouri, West Virginia, I'd even argue this too. That's really the only changes. We're gonna turn every commander into a Roma commander. Oh my god.
Cool.
Hey, Roma's OP. Okay, Roma's OP.
No, it's not.
Yep, I'm glad that. Hopefully that helped out, and hopefully there's a bunch more people I know that joined up and like that. Hopefully that kind of helped you with your ideas of how to actually set up commanders for particular ships. So, thank you, Madcap, for being this. Is actually I think this is a great video idea. It might be very informational for people. So.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. This was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it. It's only an hour long. Only an hour long.